Hi, how's it going? This is Simon Leung with GLive, and hopefully you are having a great start to your week. I know that some of you, maybe it will still be your weekend, but regardless, we are coming in strong. It is Monday, where I am right now, so we're definitely very, very excited to get everything going. Hopefully you are the exact same way. Now, if you're joining us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're joining us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay, because we want to know exactly how much time you have to enjoy all of the festivities that we have in August. Now, just so that you know, in case that you somehow missed us over the weekend, this past weekend, we did kick off the month with some exciting announcements. Now, what kind of exciting announcements just are we talking about? Well, of course, we have the launch that is coming up later on this month. The entire Groove, not just the Groove expansion projects or different departments and different communities, is the entire Groove. We are having an actual launch to commemorate something very spectacular, which is of course the long-awaited price increase of the Platinum account. And so with all of that, we're going to kick this off with something very amazing, with a launch that we have already talked about 1 or 2 days ago, in fact, for probably 2 or 3 days straight. And so we'll talk more about that over the next few days. We also have some additional exciting things happening in August, including another mini course that is scheduled to be coming this coming weekend. So Saturday, we're going to do another mini course on the topic of affiliate marketing. So if you are interested in not only learning about affiliate marketing, but you also want to promote it and let me do the value delivery for you, make sure that you do catch up with our previous replays, especially over the last few days, because we share with you just a ton of information about how you can get involved and maximize, get the most out of the mini course that's coming up in just several days from now. Not only that, you also get to promote these mini courses. You also get to promote the launch, of course. And with the launch, as we talked about, you also get a lot of prizes as well, not just the commissions. You get the prizes on top of all of that. So make sure, once again, you do watch our replays, because we talk about all of that as well. Now, we also have some major Groove Pages updates that we talked about yesterday. We also talked about some free bonuses, as well as templates that you can get, especially a brand new template bonus that you can get with a brand new video background that we also gave away, which, as a matter of fact, is one of the Groove Pages updates that we did talk about. I believe it was yesterday. And so there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm sure you will agree. And not to forget, we also had a full-blown tutorial on exactly how you can use the templates, how you can customize it to promote whatever it is that you want to promote, and a whole much more. Okay, so August, as we just mentioned, just so happens to be the month of the last thing that we're gonna do, which is the 1397, the Platinum. This is gonna be the last month that we're actually gonna be offering that. And you may or may not know, though, August also happens to be the month of what we call Freedom Day. Now, just out of curiosity, have you heard of Freedom Day? Do you know what it is? If you do, type in the word yes inside of the comments. Or if you just simply want your own freedom, leave a comment, type in the word freedom inside of the chat, so that we know that we are on board. This just so happens to be a super awesome time for us to be talking about Freedom Day, because you may or may not know, Freedom Day, which is the official Groove holiday, actually happens on August 5th. So let me go ahead and share with you what Donna Fox, the CMO of Groove, has actually posted. And this was actually about a year ago. As you can see, this was in August of 2020. Did you know, and by the way, because I'm 12 hours ahead of EST time, that's why this is August 6th over here, but I believe she posted this on August 5th, at least in her time. And she says, did you know that Groove has its very own holiday? We've been celebrating it for years, but this is the first time that we've made it an official Groove holiday. So as you can see, yes, August 5th is an official Groove holiday, and it's also something that we've actually been secretly celebrating for the past 15 years now. at the time of this post, of course, this was in 2020 and now it's 2021. At that time, you can see that it was just 14 years, but this is our 15th year, I guess, that we've been celebrating what we call Freedom Day. And so if you didn't know, yes, August 5th is coming up. It is the official Groove holiday. And as you can see, announced by Donald Fox last year, this is something that we do intend to continue to celebrate inside of the Groove community for many, many years to come. And this year is going to be especially special because it's the first time that we actually had an anniversary, okay, of the Groove's Freedom Day. And this is why we're here. And this is why you are here. And if you believe that everything happens for a reason, if you believe that there's always a right place and the right time, I think that this is going to be a spectacular, spectacular event. And even though it's only been 1 year since it's become a Groove holiday, as you can see, because of course, well, Groove has only been around for about a year or so, right? We've been privately celebrating this for the past 15 years, and it's for a wide variety of different reasons. Number one, August 5th is actually the date that Mike Filsaime, our fearless leader, the CEO and co-founder of Groove, that was the day that he quit his job in 2004. So as you can see, Groove as a holiday on August 5th, Freedom Day, okay, on the same day last year, as you can actually see over here, okay, Mr. Mike actually said he quit his job 16 years ago today. If we are able to, I'm not sure, we can't read more for whatever reason over here. You can click on this. You can actually see that on Mr. Mike's profile. He talked about, actually for this, he talked about exactly why this is Freedom Day for him as well. Here's the thing, right? I heard Mr. Mike Filsaime tell his story on the stage in San Antonio, Texas, the very first time that I met him. And after I heard his story that he quit his job on August 5th of 2004, at that time, I was still working at Google, okay? The big giant, yes, the 1,000-pound gorilla of the entire internet at that time, and probably still is at this moment in time. I heard his story, and even though it was a very ambitious task for me, right? Working at the world's biggest search engine in the Silicon Valley at their headquarters, I was so inspired by Mike that I decided that on August 5th of 2006, I was also going to quit my job. And yes, long story short, he called me on that day as I was packing away, as I was leaving the Googleplex as an employee for the very last time. And yes, that became also my Freedom Day as well. So August 5th is definitely something that I believe is very important for not just for me, but now that it's a part of the Groove holiday, there's also additional reasons why Groove is commemorating August 5th. It's actually because, number one, the Groove incorporation of the company also and coincidentally happened on August 5th, I believe, of 2019. Okay. On another note, John Cornetta, who is the co-founder of Groove, right, alongside with Mike Filsaime, his birthday just so happens to be on August 5th as well. So many additional reasons for us to be celebrating August 5th and make it as part of the Groove holiday. But I don't want you to think of August 5th itself as a date to celebrate. I don't want you to think of Freedom Day, right, being in August and whatever John Cornetta's birthday or the Groove Incorporation, the day that I quit my job, the day that Mike quit his job, or whatever else. I don't want that to be the reason that you're celebrating August 5th with us. I want you to be celebrating August 5th because of what it represents. Because a Freedom Day, a day where you can quit your job, a day where you can experience your own freedom, a day where you can finally create the kind of lifestyle that you actually want for yourself, it can happen on any day of the year, right? I'm sure you can agree. Not necessarily on August 5th. So we're celebrating Freedom Day, not on the actual date itself of August 5th, but more so what it represents to you, what it represents to me, and what it means to the entire Groove community as a whole. We are celebrating the idea of freedom, the concept that anyone can achieve their goals with Groove, right here in this community as long as you put your mind into it. I cannot tell you how many people we have experienced and worked with over the last year plus. Many people have come and gone, but all of them come in very excited, right? They want to know, yes, what can Groove do for me? How is it going to be a freedom day for myself? How can I create the kind of lifestyle that I ultimately want? But the difference between somebody who is successful and somebody who isn't is that the successful person, they will truck through it through the thick and the thin, right? Anytime there is an obstacle, they will find a way to jump over it. They will not quit, they will persevere, and they will stick with us until they reach their goals. Because one thing that you may or may not understand or even observed with the Groove community is that we are very different from everyone else, because we are not going to stop working with you until you are successful. Many people, many coaches, many mentors, many trainers, speakers, whatever, consultants, if they start working with people who, they lose confidence in themselves, they decide that they were going to give up, right? Sometimes we let them give up. We give up on them even, right? The big difference with us is that when you actually reach out and you say, hey, I need help with this, I'm thinking about quitting, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if you noticed this with, for those of you who maybe have worked with me personally, or those who have reached out to the entire Groove community, who have left these kinds of questions inside of the groups themselves, or talked to people like David Lemon or Donna Fox or Mike Filsaime. They will encourage you to keep trucking along. Again, we do not give up on you, okay? The only thing and the only way that will stop you from being a success is you yourself. So if you really want to be a part of our success stories, of everything that we have intended for you ever since the very first day that I came on board into Groove in, March or April of 2020. Ever since Groove started, even before Groove as a community even began, when it was just Groove Card, even before that, 15 years, we've been celebrating Freedom Day. It's dated all the way back then. And the reason why we do that is because I know ever since the beginning, Mike had always been there for me, from inspiring me to make that decision to quit my full-time job, my corporate position at Google headquarters, to holding my hand every single step of the way, putting me into his group of mentorships. And that's where, of course, Mike Beal, not Mike Beal, Tom Beal, and Donald Fox, and some of their other partners, they were so welcoming and helping me as a newbie at the time to welcome me into their mentorship program, that this was something that I believe was a big stepping point and a big stepping stone for all of them. And ever since the beginning, right, I learned from them what it takes in order for you to reach out your hand and pull someone in, right? Take them to the top with you. As long as you are like me at that point in time, where I didn't want to give up, right? I already quit my job. There was no turning back for me, right? There was no second option. Failure was not a choice. This was something that I had to do. And because I didn't give up on myself, they never gave up on me, to the point where to this very day, I am now blessed with the opportunity with expanding Groove as a partner as well, as part of Groove Asia and beyond. So with all of that, I think that there is so much more that we can do as a community. And as long as you want to be in here with us, you want to be our next success story, there is nothing that is going to stop you. And before we actually let you go, I do want to let you know that yes, in commemoration of Freedom Day, this means that on August 5th, okay, mark the date in terms of the time, in terms of the details. All of this is to be determined. We want to have what we call a Freedom Day event, and it's gonna be a party. Do you like parties, by the way? If you like parties, type in the word party inside of the comments. And what I want to invite you to do right now, if you want to learn more about Freedom Day, if you want to see my video story about Freedom Day and why it's important not only to me, but also to Mike and also to Groove, I want to invite you to go to grooveover.to/Freedom Day, because right there is where you will be able to see the official video on Freedom Day, where I will actually share with you my story, okay? Not my entire life story, but a big part of it from the beginning, where, I was, leaving my, I think in the beginning of the story, I was on my way to my first day at the job at Google, and then it ends with my end day, the last day of Google, whatever else. But the story goes through with telling you about the developments of Freedom Day. And the reason why it's actually important to me is because of a variety of different reasons, right? It's also because this allowed me to be represented as a part of Groove. And because Mike played a big part, not only was he there to hold me by the hand and become the mentor, but every single obstacle that I went through, right? From my first time that I got a hater online, from the first time that, I was experiencing failure, from the first time that I wanted to quit and give up on my goal, Mike was actually there to hold my hand every single step of the way so that we were able to ultimately create that Freedom Day for myself. And so for that reason, we want to do the exact same thing for anybody else in this community 15 years later. As we fast forward the clock, right? We want to make it an official thing where this is something that will be available to you as well, along with everything that we want to do. Okay, so on August 5th, I don't know what time yet. I don't know, because a lot of the things have still yet to be planned, but I want you to, at the very least, set that time around, okay? Set that time aside, because at least for a few hours during the day, okay, we want to go live and we want to have our first official Freedom Day event, okay? We want to have a Freedom Day event where, yes, we'll go live, and maybe, just maybe, I will invite up some Groove partners, some actual co-founders, whomever can make the time to join us. Again, I haven't talked to any of them yet, so no promises on that. But hopefully we can get at least one or two to come up here and make it an official party, making it an official company event. And as well, I want to invite some of my own community leaders who can teach, who can inspire. Now, I have reached out to one or two people that I consider to be leaders in my community, and that's because I know that there are plenty more that they can bring to the table. It's not just about me. It's not just about the partner. It's about people like you and people who are just like you, right? Who maybe just got started not too long ago, but because of the help of the community, because of Groove, they were able to change their lives around. They were able to turn it around, and they were able to achieve greatness, become leaders, create their own success stories. And I want you to not only get inspired by them, but I also want you to learn from them. In fact, for just a few of them, if you can take a look at one of our private communities right here, which is, of course, our Facebook group as well, you will see that a lot of things actually happen right here, okay? But what is more exciting is that our community leaders, which includes Mr. Rob over here, right? I ran across the idea that, hey, we're gonna do a Freedom Day event, and as one of our leaders, perhaps, would you like to join? And he just started going off on all the different ideas. He says, yes, absolutely. He said, well, he actually said a 4-letter word that I'm not gonna repeat right now, but that's how excited that he actually was. He wanted to be a big part of this because he knows that he can also do his part, changing lives. Last Saturday, actually 2 Saturdays ago, when I was doing my mini course, on my first mini course on the topic of affiliate marketing, building one-page sites and all those stuff, I basically played a video. It was like a 5-minute video on my success stories, on what I've been able to achieve to change the lives of many people from this part of the world. Many people went from 0 to hero, right? They were not making any money. They were struggling. They wanted to retire. They wanted to quit their jobs. They wanted to spend more time at home. But many of them were finding problem doing so. And I made pretty much a video collage of my success stories who went from 0 to now making 4 figures USD. Sometimes we're making 5 figures. We have people who are making 6 figures. We have people who are making 7 figures USD just as a result of being a part of my community. And at that point in time, I was inviting anybody who would be in my community right here in Groove, right? How many of you want to be the next success story? How many of you want to be featured in the next video collage? Give us a testimonial in a very similar way as all these people. And as that video was playing, Mr. Rob was right there chatting with everybody else. And it was like, I am so proud to say that I am now also a Simon Leung success story. And truth be told, yes, he is, but it is just the beginning. He self-admits there's so much more for him to learn, so much more for him to improve, so much more for him to achieve as well. And so the good news, the really cool thing about our community is that our leaders are not just leaders, right? They're not just people who are saying, yep, this is me, listen to me, I will teach you, blah, blah, blah. We are humble community where even I myself will say, I will continue to learn. I will continue to improve. We will continue to teach each other and learn together all these different things, because that is exactly what this community is all about. And it's over here. You can see inside of our community, not only is Mr. Rob saying that, yes, this is super cool and I'm going to be a part of it, but he is also wanting to give away prizes as well. So yes, it is decided for those of you who will be joining us during this Freedom Day live event, okay? It is going to be live. And the reason why you want to join us live as opposed to just simply on the replay is because for the few hours that we will be up there, whatever it is that we're doing, we will be giving away prizes, really valuable, real time, that is taken away from us. I'm talking about, for example, as you can see from Mr. Rob, prizes such as coaching, such as mentorship, and maybe some other stuff as well, which otherwise you will literally have to pay thousands upon thousands upon thousands just to get. And just so that you know, ever since the beginning, the way that I charge for my consultation is USD $1,000 an hour. And if you are to get services, if you're going to get mentorship, if you're going to attend the classes that I do or whatever else, it's going to be even more than that. Okay. So with all of that, you will just know just how valuable something like this is. And so for those of you who happen to be watching us right now, whether live or on the replay, again, give us a hashtag live or hashtag replay. Do thank Mr. Rob, right? Because he has given us the idea that we should be giving away prizes. And it's not just any prizes like, oh yeah, you're going to get, some headphones or whatever else, right? You are actually going to get something valuable that will be helping you in your business along the way. So definitely thank Mr. Rob. He is definitely a lead by example type of leader. And he really paves the way to make sure that we're doing nothing except giving you the utmost value possible. All right, so with that, this is pretty much the update that I have for you here today. Once again, August 5th is Freedom Day. And to commemorate, we will have a Freedom Day event. Stay tuned over the next day or two. Once we've got more information squared away, you're going to want to make sure that you're amongst the first to hear about it right here on G Live. Okay, so if you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed to our channels. Make sure that you've liked our pages. Make sure that you've joined us inside of all of our groups in case that the multi-streaming doesn't work, in case that we're not allowed to be multi-streaming into other groups or whatever else in the first place. Regardless, I want to make sure that your notifications are turned on in multiple places so that you actually do have the opportunity to hear this live. And first, the moment that we do go live and announce this, and you can see right now in the ticker some additional places where you can get a hold of us so that you will be able to get this live and you will be the first to hear about it as well. All right, so with that, that is pretty much the update that I have for you here today on the 5th of August, which I believe is this Thursday. We're going to have this event. Make sure that you're there. You're not going to want to miss out on it. Now, before we actually let you go, I do want to say hi to just a few of you who just so happen to be hashtag live in the comments. So we have Mr. Rob saying hashtag live and feeling groovy. Of course, the man that we were talking about that we should be thanking because of his idea, because of his contribution, because of his passion of helping fellow Groovesters he's definitely going to be a big part of the events as well. We also have Annie, who is always joining us either very early in the morning or really late at night now. I mean, whether we're on at 4 a.m. her time, or in this case, 6:30 a.m. her time, she is always live with us. So thank you very much, Annie, for joining us. We also have Jeffrey, who is saying Groove #live. Rob is #live here too. Mr. Nicholas is saying #GrooveAsia mini courses, another one of our leaders as well. And yes, Freedom Day. We definitely want to make Freedom Day, August 5th, a big part of every Groovster's celebration as well. We have also have Robbie saying #live. Good to see you, Mr. Robbie. And then we have Trader Rob, who's saying congrats, entrepreneur life with Casey, and tomorrow, number 2, page 1 YouTube video, or tomorrow. Oh, awesome. So it sounds like Mr. Rob is identifying some of our fellow Groovesters who got some SEO rankings, which is absolutely awesome. And if you don't know, SEO is definitely a big part of what we teach inside of this community as well. And the last time that I did teach this to fellow Groovesters, we had a lot of people who got instantaneous first page rankings, both on Google as well as YouTube, before the class was even over. Okay, so that's just a glimpse of some of the value that you would get right here within the Groove community. We also have Nicholas saying yes, #Freedom Day. We also have Annie, who is saying yes. Mr. Rob is saying Aretha Franklin said it best, freedom. Yes, and I believe so did Mel Gibson, right? In what was it called? Ironheart, I believe, right? Annie is also saying freedom. Robbie, yes, I am well. Thank you very much. We also have Chester saying August 5th, Freedom Day, is a good day to break away from our shackles, employment, and start living as an internet entrepreneur. Yes, absolutely. Earlier, I had a little back and forth in the comment section of one of my posts with Mr. Chester. Apparently, he quit his job also earlier this year. So congratulations, Mr. Chester. You are in the best community that will help you to take your own business to the next level. Trader Rob is saying breaking news. Timeit is out of top 3 of Google. In Google, keep it up, my brothers and sisters. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Rob. Keep encouraging all of our fellow Groovesters, because that is where they will get their inspiration to succeed. Samuel is saying hello to everybody. Also join us, #live. We also have Mr. Daniel join us, #live as well. And then we also have Annie and Robbie and a Facebook user who are all ready to party. Yes, absolutely. We are going to party it up on Freedom Day, August 5th, in just a few days' time. Rob is saying, I've got the brain, Groove's got the brawn. Let's make lots of money. Party, #GrooveAsiaLIVE. GrooveAsiaLIVE. Funny, I think Mr. Rob wants to sing already, right? Jeffrey is also saying #it's possible. Colin is also joining us, #live. Great to see you. Nicholas is saying, when they say impossible, I say you're right, because it is I am possible, internet marketing possible, or I am possible, right? #Freedom Day. Yes, let's make the impossible possible. That's what we do right here inside of the Groove community. Trader Rob is also saying, I'll bring the drinks. You do that, and we'll watch you drink virtually, I suppose. And then we also have Mr. Colin saying 100% made in Groove. I guess he's talking about a lot of his websites, which, yes, is definitely something that is a big plus of being a fellow Groovesters. Nicholas is saying, yes, Trader Rob coffee with 2 LOL. Rob is saying, I want someone to say I'm a Trader Rob success story. Everybody, especially for those of you who are watching us live right now, right? You are an action taker. You are a learner. You want to invest time in yourself. You are a success story. You have every potential to be a success story. People who say, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. Why are your videos so long? I don't want to invest in myself. I don't want to do all of this. Just give me the shortcut, right? Those are the people who are not invested in themselves. So maybe they're not destined to be success stories. Maybe they're destined to be successes later on down the line, when their mindset, when their attitude, when their mental attitude actually changes, right? But definitely not now, because if you're going to be successful, you will need to learn, right? And you're not going to be able to learn from 1 minute or even 5-minute videos. You need to be a part of the community where learning never stops. I've been doing this ever since 1997. I am so confident about most things internet marketing, right? And I will say, ask me anything that you want, And I am confident that there's not going to be any question that you can ask me that I wouldn't know the answer to, or that I wouldn't be able to find out. That's how confident I am in my internet marketing strategies and my skills and my knowledge. But here's the thing. I still continue to learn every single day. Whenever there's a 1 hour webinar, 2 hour webinar, or a full day Groovathon, right? 5 days, 2 weeks of Mike's posting videos, I am there, and either I watch it live or I watch it on the replay. Okay, so I invest in myself. Even though I'm so confident about my skills already, I know how to make money online. I know how to get started in business. I know how to help others as well, right? But I also still continue to learn. And that is the mindset and that is the attitude that you will need in order for you to succeed. So if you want to be successful, then yes, you will need to be a bigger part of the community to learn and to earn together at the same time with us. So hopefully you are on board with all of that. We have another Facebook user, a friend saying #live, and so is Robbie Mack. We also have Colin saying thanks, Bob. Annie is saying August 5th, Freedom Day. Love, love, love. Yes. Robbie is saying thanks. We have another new friend, I believe, Yot Chai, unless this is Mr. 10, I'm not sure. #live. Okay. And then we also have King Humble saying #live. Peter is saying hello to everybody. #Freedom Day. Life-changing community, yes, indeedy, especially if you take the most advantage out of everything that we're doing, including the month of August. So many things are going on, right? We got the launch, we got the mini courses, we got the Freedom Day event. We have all these amazing trainings that we'll continue to give you as time goes on right here on the G Live show. So yes, it is, I believe, as long as you're committed to making that change in yourself, as long as you put in the dedication to continue to learn and stick with us every single step of the way. Like I said, we don't give up on you unless you give up on yourself first. Annie is saying #take action. #keep learning. Nicholas is saying #keep learning. You need to keep learning and never stop, right? And then Trader Rob is saying between Nick, Simon, and myself, there is over 75 years of experience in taking action in marketing. Who is next, right? So I'm not sure what kind of math you're doing, Mr. Rob, but nobody knows how old I am. Nobody knows how many years of experience that I have, unless you're talking about the 20 plus of experience that I have just as an internet marketer. Then of course, that's all that you really know, right? But in terms of how old I really am, I don't think I've made that information public just yet, but I think pretty soon, most of you are already starting to reverse engineer all that stuff. But regardless, all jokes aside, it doesn't really matter. Yes, as Mr. Trader Rob said, apparently over 75 years, that's 3/4 of a century, crazy, right? Worth of experience that's going to be sharing with you, not just how you can achieve your own Freedom Day, but maybe, just maybe, as part of the prizes, you will get some private time with us so that you will be able to succeed yourself as well. All right, so with all of that, that is pretty much all of the time that I have here for you today. So on behalf of the entire Groove community and myself, I want to thank you for your time here today, because this is something that I know is a big piece of your time. And that's why it's okay for those who say, I don't have the time, I'm too busy. I understand that not everybody has 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, all the time to learn. But for those of you who do, who make time to learn, okay, we know that you're in this and you're in this with us for the long haul, and we are going to definitely welcome you all the way to the top with us. All right, so once again, that is all that I have for you here today. If you need to watch this one more time and to get penciled in all of the dates, all the information, all the links that we shared with you, so that you will know exactly what Freedom Day is all about and how you can make it worthwhile for you as well, we invite you to do so. And at any point in time, continue to leave down inside the comments. And by the way, once you watch that Freedom Day video on YouTube, do us a favor and leave a comment on that video as well, because we want to make sure that we see you as the leader and that others will see you there as well, because more and more people are going to watch that video, more and more people will be leaving comments, and more people will be seeing yours as well. So go back to watch that Freedom Day video. Once again, grooveover.to/Freedom Day. Again, that's grooveover.to not groove. Here, let me try it one more time. Cannot type grooveover.to. Yeah, cannot type and apparently talk at the same time. grooveover.to/freedom day. There you go. Okay, grooveover.to/freedom day. Go there, watch the video if you haven't already, but more importantly, leave a comment so that you can inspire other people to do the exact same thing. And we want to make sure that you are seen and acknowledged as one of our leaders as well. All right, so that is all that I have here for you today. Take action on that right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you once again here tomorrow, as well as on the inside. All right, cheers, folks. Have yourself a great rest of the day, wherever it is that you might be, and let's get our Freedom Day on. You gotta get into the groove.